Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. We got a great little show for y'all today. Going to be playing a little Pokemon. We got just about 2 hours, a little bit under, to play. And then I have a modeling event over in Kapolei to go to. So we'll go ahead and dive in. Have a good time. There we go. Adjust the fan a little bit. Nice. Go ahead and handle a few more of the Pokeballs. Handle our berries. Nice. How are you, Red? Good to see you. I should have picked that before giving Kurt all the other apricorns. It's fine. So, here's where our party stands. We've got 5 out of our 6 Elite 4 grade starters. Our 6th one, we were going to pick up a Dratini at the Dragon's Den. We're going to go from there. What we're going to do now, though, is fly to the daycare and handle the daycare stuff, and then we will dive into facing Price. We've more or less run out of trainers to fight between here and there, so we kind of have to do that. We don't really have a better option at this point, so might as well. Oh, we might as well go by the radio tower while we're here. So much to do. I believe Price is a Dugong and a Piloswine, I want to say. So that's going to be a lot of ice. I think we're just going to let Machamp body all of them. We'll give him an Aspera Berry. Yes. Then we'll give Dumond. If we need Dumond. We shouldn't, but I think we have grass, poison, water, fire, steel, psychic, flying, dark. Okay, that's frustrating. I thought we had one for ice. I guess we don't. You have another new mechanic. Muscle's holding something. All right. Green scale, nice. Another new mechanic for Heart Gold, Soul Silver that you may wish to know about. All right, what you got? One thing that bothers me is that you can't directly... You have to move out 2 spots in your PC just to deal with... All right, we're gonna name this. We're gonna call this Fully Evolved. Alright, we'll go full. I hate the character limit on some of these things. Like, 8 characters is not enough. We'll go full Evo. Require that you catch Lugia before you can fight the Elite 4. What? Really? That seems strange. Alright, so Eradicate. Move. Box 3. No, okay, that'll work. Farfetch'd. I'll put the ones that don't evolve. We're gonna call this non-Evo. Name. defeat Lugia to progress on, but it's way cooler to catch. Well, right, but I don't understand. I mean, that's cool, I guess. It's just, that's interesting. I've never heard of a Pokemon game where catching a legendary was required for that. Alright, so you go to non-Evo, you go to fully Evo. These are all unevolved. You go to non-Evo. You go to fully Evo. Keeping you as an HM slave, but you go to non-Evo. No, wait. You go to fully Evo. There we go. Just organize this. You go to non-Evo. You go to fully Evo. You go to fully Evo. You go to non-Evo. So what I'm doing is I'm car pooper. What I'm doing is I'm removing all the Pokemon from box 1 that we still need to evolve. So that way when we go to the daycare, we can figure that out. So just for now, we'll put Batgirl and we'll put Islaro in here. And then we'll figure out who we're going to evolve out of these. Probably Lediba and maybe Magnemite. Return. That's interesting. I mean, it's fine. We'll work with it, but it's just, that's an interesting little wrinkle. We've got some time before we get to that point. Two-Stroke has grown about 7. Bellend has grown about 12. So that's going to put Coughing at 21 and Bellsprout at like 22. I think Weepin' Bell's a little bit further than that, so I think we're going to leave them as is, and we'll let them grow a little bit longer. Maybe we'll come back to them after we beat the Rockets, because then we can throw in Lediba, and I was thinking, oops, that's Deposit. Lediba and who else are we going to throw in? Probably Magnemite. Withdraw and withdraw. Nice. Once we get to Dragon's Den 2, we're going to throw our Dratini into... We're going to throw Dratini into the daycare after about level 20, because Dratini takes forever to level up, and just doing that will make life easier for us. Okay, while we're here, let's go to the radio tower. Huh, more rockets are appearing. You want you past Scram. Okay. Just had an idea. See that? I'm just kind of meh on catching legendaries. I'll probably just use the Master Ball, honestly, because I can't be bothered. Although, it's easier to catch one of the roamers with the Master Ball. Or Mewtwo. That's just gonna be annoying. Yeah, let's do the lottery. We're here, why not? Nope. I didn't tighten the lid enough. So I've been asked to go out to a casting call for International Fashion Week in Kapolei, which is useful on multiple accounts, actually. I'm going to take the train out there. This is the first time I'll actually have a reason to use the rail, and I could drive, but it's going to allow me to bike around out there in Kapolei. The reason being that matters is because, you know, we're actually going to ride our... Speaking of riding bikes, I feel like riding a bike, so... Tyranitar on the postgame, put in the daycare after catching the Safari Zone. I'm basically, yeah... See, we're both using a pseudo-legendary here. I just need one that can fly, so... Because fly is just too useful a move not to have. Anyway, so I gotta go out to Kapolei, and this is the first time like I'll actually be using the rail, and it'll be useful. If y'all are wondering what a Honolulu County Transit Pass looks like, here you go. This kind of got a neat little Hawaiian pattern to it. It's got the seal on the back end here, which is kind of cool. We have a Kakuna. We don't need a Kakuna. It's not even worth our time. Actually, wait, while we're here. We ought to go check friendship levels with our Golbat. Let's go do that. I know we've maxed out friendship on Bayleaf. Big flaw on my team, plan for future runs. Yeah, that's, you're talking about like maxing out IVs and shit. I cannot be bothered. That's way too much time invested into this game. Brunei's a list of Pokemon. It's quite cute. Okay, so we got a ways to go with Muscle. That's fine. See where Batgirl's at. That one matters more because without max happiness, it's friendly towards sort of happy. Oh, let's go over to the barber. We'll do that. Pokemon that can learn Fly. Truth is, you don't really need one, and there are benefits to not using a Pokemon that has Fly in your party. Because it means, because you got a bike and run everywhere, it allows your daycare to be way more effective. But it means you progress more slowly through the game. So there's pros and cons. Let's see how the rest of our party is. I already know where Bayleaf is at. Let's see how Rocky's doing. Friendly, sort of happy. Hentai. Part of my main time being learn Flies. Ho for using legendaries. Hentai really trusts me. So I don't know. I mean, we were thinking about using Gyarados instead. And then using we were talking about using Electrode for a while, so I could do it. It's like I don't know. I just don't like using legendaries that much. I don't know. It just, for whatever reason, it feels like cheating. And the reason I'm okay with not applying that logic to Dragonite is because raising Dragonite, even with the daycare, is a bitch. Unlike the legendaries, which they start at level 40, sometimes higher. So it's not as bad. Oh, wrong door. You see, you get where I'm going with this. To me it feels legendaries. It's just, I'm not a fan. It's your preference. Like if you want to use it, that's totally up to you. But will it be friendlier, more beautiful? Yes, and we want to give it to Batgirl. Like ideally, we want to get Batgirl to be a level 26 Crobat. I have no interest in training Batgirl and actually leveling her up for more than any of just basic use. By the way, EMB, can I ask you this? Do you know if a Pokemon, how the friendship works in this game? I know walking around increases friendship with Pokemon, but do they have to be the one out? Do they have to be number one in your party? So hard. The legendaries aren't that hard to catch. You spam enough Ultra Balls and have a save state, you can get there. Their movesets are by no means flawless. Sure. I don't know. I just catching... 90 base attack and special attack isn't bad though, especially considering its defense is higher. So it's more of a tank, I guess, in terms of legendaries. Don't think you're having Pokemon in the lead affects friendship. Okay, I didn't think so, but I'm I might ask about that because I do want a Crobat, more for again Dex completion's sake than anything else. But I could fly to Mahogany right now, but I want to kind of get a little bit more leveling up in the daycare done, so that way I can start rotating Pokemon through and increasing my Dex count that way. I'm not going to complete the Dex, but I'd like at least 100 before. I do have the Soothe Bell. Rocky has it right now. The Soothe... No, not the Soothe Bell. That's the... I think I have that wrong. Haircuts, yeah. I don't know where to get the Soothe Bell. Anyway, I mean, we'll get Crobat there. It's already... The lady said already, that Crobat trusts us, or Golbat trusts us, so it's only going to take, right, like if we keep Golbat in our party between now and Blackthorn, it'll be maxed out for happiness. Like, we'll get there. You just have to make sure it doesn't faint, basically. Put it on Golbat. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't think I have this Soothe Bell. Oh, is it? National Park? Huh. Let's go find it. Unless, let me check my bag. Maybe I already have it. No, I have the Shell Bell, not the Soothe Bell. Yeah, alright, let's go to the National Park. We'll grab that. Appreciate that, Mystery NB. Oh, hey! It's sunny. Nice. Hey, we got the magnet thing. What was it now? Magnet. Oh, it's electric. That won't be immediately useful, but it will be useful later. I thought the magnet was for steel moves, but electric makes sense. It was either electric or steel. Speaking of really good combo types, electric steel is excellent, provided you don't have, like, as long as you don't face a ground type move, it's great. Like, I'm a huge fan of Magneton, actually, and if the problem with Magneton is that in every game I could use a Magneton, I have Steelix sitting right there, and I'm like, I want Steelix. And, you know, if you have both a Steelix and a Magneton, then you have a massive gap on your team that's gonna be... God damn it! Fucking... Well, now you're gonna die, fucking stupid deer stealing my shit. That's annoying. Forgot it had that ability, though. We should have used that when we were training. Oh, whatever. Oh. Wait. Oh, so it doesn't take it, it just prevents it from being used. That's interesting. I thought it was like Thief. I thought it was actually steals the item. Okay. Talk to one of the NPCs there. Okay, well, we'll ask around. I thought I'd talk to everyone in here. I must have missed someone, which I'm fine with. I'm out of breath and ready to try and charge Pokewalker. Maybe it's back in here. I know there's usually items back in here. I thought I had checked for all these. No. Can I use that to go up the hill? Okay, it's not like the Mach Bike in Gen 3 where you can do that. Yeah, I did collect all the items in here. I thought I had. We'll figure it out. We'll talk around. Pet Pokewalkers. So your stroll isn't as easy as I thought. Being most lovely. Okay, good for you, buddy. I think these are all trainers. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, though, so I've been asked to come out and help people learn how to walk. All right, sure. We'll battle here and give you free nuggets. That's interesting. There we go. I like how we have a giant friggin' Steelix in the middle. Is it her? Quick Claw? No, that's where we got the Quick Claw. Pokemon out of its Pokeball, walk with it, new dimension. Pokewalker. Alright. I think those are all the I guess we gotta talk to the trainers. Something wrong? He's just staring at me? No. Alright. What were we saying? Oh, yeah, so... Right, I've been asked to be in a show. It's for a non-profit, so I'm not getting paid for it. I'm doing it kind of pro bono. But there's going to be a casting call and practice for the show, like a rehearsal. The show's in August here, so not a huge deal either way. But, there we go. Quite cute too. All right. As a result, you know, oh, I guess we didn't face this person. Well, we're about to friggin' push this guy's shit in because I guess we missed this trainer. I feel bad. This is gonna be an ass kicking. Lol. It doesn't matter, you know, type doesn't matter here. Anyway, no, I gotta go out there. It's gonna help. I'm gonna help judge people for casting and help, you know, teach them how to walk. It's also gonna boost my profile, right? If I'm gonna be Mr. Hawaii for Mr. Supranational, it's a good idea for me to be integrated into the community. We are switching Pokemon because it's gonna paralyze our homie here. We'll go with Dumond. Also, oh, I need to get Ice Beam for Hentai at some point. Because I think that was one of the things I was going to do is teach it Ice Beam. I prefer Ice Beam to Blizzard. I would rather have reliable accuracy than more power. Especially because the whole point of Hentai is to be a tank anyway. Impressive, I like that. Battle tips. Sure, but... ¿Dónde está the Soothe Bell? More 90 kinds of TMs. Traded Pokemon level up faster. That's great, but... Maybe they're in one of the... Maybe they're in the gate down here? So we've talked to everybody in the national park now. Unless this is an elaborate troll by ENB, in which case, well done, sir. Bug catching contest. Play until 10,000 coins. Here we go. Another photographer? No, no. Bro, you're literally out there in the... Stop. Pokeathlon. Item behind the fence. Oh. By the gate. So it's got to be over here. How do you get back there? It's not hidden. Is it hidden? Nope. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's the one up there. You gotta use rock climb to get it or whatever. Whatever. We'll be fine. Again, by the time we get to Blackthorn, we'll have maxed out. Because we'll fly back to Goldenrod every now and again and just keep giving Golbat haircuts. No, it isn't. That's fine. I'm not too concerned over it. Leveling up friendship is easy enough. Oh! Hey, would you look at this? Okay. So you're telling me, I want to get this straight, ENB. You're telling me that if I do damage to... It could be that. So if I do damage to Raikou here... The next time I encounter Raikou, that damage will stay? Or will it be back at full health? Because I thought, in Gen 2, it goes back to full health. So there's no point in attacking it. Okay. What if I use Vital Throw here? Because Vital Throw always goes last. Will that make it flee? How does that work? Would that be trolly as hell? All right, you know what? That'll be interesting. If I click Vital Throw here, is that going to force the game to, like, what will that make the game do? It did. No, it did go back to full health in Gen 2. Unless my memory is failing me, but I'm like, Vital Throw always goes last. So you say I get a free turn to attack in this game, yeah? Yeah, Vital Throw, it doesn't miss, but because it doesn't miss, it always goes last. Like, that's the trade-off. Now, Muscle is usually pretty slow, so it doesn't matter. Let's find out. Oh my gosh, so it forces you to use Vital Throw first. That's really interesting. Well, it did some damage. You get a free turn to attack here no matter what. See, yeah, that's interesting. So Vital Throw, right. Vital Throw is the signature move for the Machamp line, or for Machoke anyway. Vital Throw, user allows the foe to attack first. In return, this throw move is guaranteed not to miss. That's really interesting. So it didn't... It forced... That's interesting. So I guess the game's logic says even moves that are guaranteed to go last go first against Entei or Raikou in Gen 4. That's fascinating. No, I can guarantee you in Gen 2, you do not get the chance to attack first. Like, they insta-flee. And then in Gen 2, they heal. Like, if you try to... Like, if you punch them, you know, take a quarter of their health, they'll come back at full health. So, wow, it's a lot easier to... a lot easier in this game to capture the legendaries than in other games. That's awesome. That just makes life a ton easier. No, I like that. That makes the... I will say it. You can track Raikou on the Pokewalker to make sure that... I mean, I don't feel the need to do that. I trust you. But that is 100% a different mechanic than Gen 2. I don't think we're going to be using Hentai much in this upcoming fight. We might use it against Piloswine because it's part water, or part... They'll flee even... So they'll run away even if they're asleep. That's pretty funny. See, now in Gen 2, you had to use Mean Look on your first... In Gen 2, you had to level up a Pokemon fast enough to actually capture them, and that Pokemon had to know Mean Look. So basically, you either had to have a Gengar or a Crobat in your party, and you had to have that first when you were going out and hunting them. Like with Gen 2, it was a pain in the ass to get those things. Okay, so we have... Yeah, I don't think Hentai is the move here. Because Surf won't be useful against Dugong. Will be useful against Piloswine, but Acid's not really strong enough to do much damage, and Toxic Spikes will do nothing against Piloswine because it's part ground. Even to put them to sleep, like, generally speaking, you had to use Mean Look. You could try putting them to sleep, but yeah. Anyway, I think we're going to use Muscle and then Islero and Dumond as our backups here. However, for this one, we're going to swap Batgirl for Billy, just in case things go wrong, because Electric plus the speed of an Electrode will be very useful if the Dugong gives us some trouble. I don't think this will happen, but in case it does. We should have no trouble beating Price. Price was a pushover in Gen 2. Like, honestly, Price's Pokemon were nowhere near as high level as they should have been. For whatever reason, Price... In Gen 2, they decided to put Price, like, in terms of levels, below Jasmine, and that never made sense to me. Since, in theory, Price was the Gen 2 gym leader. You track the runners from the moment you release from the Burn Tower in this game. So you could track the runners using the Pokedex, but the second you switched a route, they would move to another random route in Gen 2. So they're definitely a lot more manageable. Like catching the two roamers in these two games is a lot easier. I still think my least favorite part about this game is that we don't get the mystery egg, or the odd egg, whatever it's called. Because, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, I don't know, I just really like Elekid and Magby, and... I mean, we had a freaking Cleffa that turned out to be we had a shiny Cleffa that turned out to be an absolute beast. We kept it in the party. Pokedex in Gen 2 until you counter them once. Yeah, exactly. Do we... Yeah, we faced them all. And then... Yeah, it was pure luck. It was purely random is what it was. Yeah. Did we give it an Asperberry? We did. You could catch a Magmar in the Burn Tower. Yeah, but it's the point. Because I think Magby's it's a baby Pokemon. It's cute. But Magby, and the difference is, like, my favorite one is Elekid. Because I really like Electabuzz, and that's the rare Gen 4 Pokemon I'm really stoked on, was, I think it's Electivire or something like that. Also, I feel like the ice path to get to Price was really easy. Alright, let's face the old fart. Pokemon have many experiences in their lives, just like we do. I, too, have seen and suffered much in my life. Since I'm your elder, let me show you what I mean. Oh, before we get into this battle, I was going to talk a little bit more about Kapolei, and the reason I'm taking the train and the bike over is because after the fact, I'm probably going to A, hit the beach, and B, probably check out the local area, because there's a chance I may end up moving out in that direction since I'm taking DRP, and therefore not needing to be near Pearl Harbor anymore to commute. I might as well live on the west side of Oahu where it's a little bit cheaper. I'm not going to live in Waianae, but Kapolei has a lot of benefits if you don't need to be in the town, and I don't need to be in the town. You know, go look at rental prices in Honolulu to understand why that might be a good idea. You've been training Pokemon since before you were born? Yes. Isn't Price like 75 years old in this game, or 80 or something? I do not lose easily. Price, the winter trainer, shall demonstrate my power. Let's do this. I feel like we should be okay here. I'm going to be interested to see if they've changed the levels on these Pokemon. Because... Oh, come on, a Seal? That's just tragic. It's not even Ice type! Bro, it's not even a Dugong in this game? This feels oddly Canadian. We need help in this chat. We're our Canadian friends right now. We're about to we're about to beat up seals. Icy Wind is so weak. Muscle Speed fell. It's a freaking Machamp. It already has no speed. It's gonna do a shit ton of damage. Bro, we're just gonna delete this gym with one. I mean, unless Piloswine or Dugong have been buffed in this game. No, we're gonna keep battling. Because even if it uses Ice Beam or something to freeze, I've got a Asperberry sitting right there. Bro, it's at level 32. See, this is what I'm talking about. Jasmine Steelix is at level 35. And in order of the game, it's supposed to go Whitney, Morty, Chuck, Jasmine, Price. This is one of the criticisms I'll have for Gen 2. Price was grossly under-leveled. There's no reason Price should have been lower in terms of levels than Jasmine. Price's Pokemon should have probably been mid to upper 30s, and then Claire's Pokemon should have been at least level 40. That is a criticism I will have with the leveling curve of Gen 2, and apparently Gen 4 did not fix it, which, sad face. Aurora Borealis. This time, that doesn't even have a freeze capability. Bro, this is too easy. We're just gonna demolish his entire team with Machamp. Bro! 1800 EXP, that's quite nice. Piloswine, no. We're just gonna delete your entire squad with one fucking Pokemon. Oh, you are quite the trainer. Bro, no, you're just an ass gym leader. Why are your Pokemon in the low 30s? You're the 7th gym leader in this game. Bro, Hail? Hail. That's the best you're gonna come up with. No Ice Beams? The fuck is this? Fucking gun. That's fine, we'll use one Vital Throw and it's over. Willow is my middle name. Willow is flexible and not easily broken. I'm not giving up yet. Bro, you have done a total of 40 HP, and your last Pokemon's about to get friggin' wiped here. Main game in Gen 4 until you play Plaque. There it is! Finally! Something hard! It's not gonna be enough. Boom! That should do it. Got him. The crit was just extra. Too easy. Bro, we freaking wiped Price. We just dragged your entire fucking gym. Luck has run out. Bro, you just have, your Pokemon need to be higher level. Cause Ice is just the Glass Cannon type. Your worthiest badge, Glacier badge, yeah. And now we're gonna go face the Rockets, which is the whole point of this freaking stream. Special stats Pokemon. Ooh! TM07. That's gonna be Icy Wind, isn't it? Hail. Oh, yay. Icy Sandstorm. An even more useless version of the move Sandstorm. Your Pokemon will be together many years to cherish your time together. Although I always like the way Price spoke in this game. Machamp is probably quite chilly right now. We're gonna put you back in the ball and let you defrost a little bit. Islero, get on out here. Yeah, we'll use Electivire if we play Platinum. Piloswine actually has an... Oh, that's good. They should have, because Ice Ground, unfortunately, is not a great combo type in terms of, like, it's... Again, it's a terrific glass... It's a glass cannon. Ice is the ultimate glass cannon type. Jinx is a glass cannon. Piloswine's a glass cannon. Like, they're... And then you have half of them which are ice water, which means electric does shit tons of damage. No, they needed to... I hope in some of the newer games they kind of buffed ice a little bit, because ice is almost... Okay, the worst type in terms of Pokemon available for the longest time was Bug. At least for the first 4 gens, like, there was not much you could work with Bug. You had... Pinsir was okay, Scizor was okay, Fortress was okay, and Heracross was good. But Lapras is only secondary type ice. Lapras is primary type water. Like, to me, right, I go by primary type first. It's not even ice water, it's water ice. That's like saying, right, like again, this is my problem with Price here. Why the fuck does this dude have a Seal? Seal isn't ice type. There's no reason you should be using that. Islero seems to really enjoy sliding around. Okay, that is cute. Very strong, already sets a very cold ice and trains his body and spirit. Islero shivering with cold. Okay, we'll switch you out, buddy. The level curve in this game definitely... Well, and this is what's kind of bothering me about Gen 4. You had the chance to tweak it. Dumont seems unhappy about the cold. Let's see what Hentai feels about the cold. Hentai seems very... Apparently Hentai likes the cold. Hentai seems to really enjoy sliding around. Okay, good to know. Go here at Western GC. They want to keep the levels the same depending on which way you went first. Yeah, but even if that's the case, Jasmine's still a higher level. And there it is. Everything's going. Something weird's happening with the radio broadcast, so Team Rocket. Know anything about it? Yeah. like, I don't know. Okay, fine. If that's the case, sure. But in that case, you need to make Price at least on the same level as Chuck or Jasmine, and he just isn't. Like, again, an unevolved seal, right? This would be like Chuck pulling out a Mankey, or it would be like Jasmine pulling out a. Actually, she does pull out a Magnemite. Speaking of things that probably should change. Thanks, Billy. I guess we didn't really need you that much. I didn't think we would. I mean, Machamp just friggin' wiped. Yeah, it's 2 Magnemites. Well, like, why? I feel like those should be Magnetons at this point. And the same thing with Price. Like, should be 2 Dugongs. No, I don't know why we put this in full Evo, because it's not. Yeah, like I agree. If you're the 5th gym leader, most of your shit should be at least on the 2nd evolution. Right, now they shouldn't be Magnezones, but they should be Magnetons. Same thing with Price. Okay, fine, you know, at least make it the 2nd evolution. Alright, so we need to go to the radio tower. Actually, just out of curiosity, let's play the radio broadcast, because that's always fun. Should be testing 1 2 3. We're the amazing Team Rocket. It's been 3 years. We've rebuilt the team, restructured. Proud to announce we're back. Giovanni, can you hear this? We finally did it. Where could the boss be, I wonder? Wonder if he heard this announcement. There we go. All right, let's go kick some Rocket ass. Yeah, before we... Ideally, we can evolve Crobat, get all of our Pokemon much deeper into the 30s. Because Claire actually isn't a pushover in this game. Kingdra's pretty powerful. Although there's another one, right? Like, I think Claire has a Dragonair. And then... Claire shouldn't have a Dragonite, but... You get what I'm talking about. You Celebi through an event in this game, travel back in time and fight Giovanni. That's cool. And there are a lot of things that I really like about Gen 4. It seems like they've fleshed it out to make it less about just the main storyline. They've added a better Safari Zone. Well, they added a Safari Zone. They've added, like, a lot of the stuff that I'm sure the Gen 2 designers wanted to put in, but physically couldn't. Yeah, her Kingdra puts out some power. And honestly, Kingdra's kind of a tank. But, since it's Water Dragon, Electric doesn't really work that well, nor does Grass. So, you have to get a little creative with how you're going to beat a Water Dragon. In fact, I don't think there's anything that's super effective. Because the only thing that's super effective against... No, it would be Dragon. You'd have to use a Dragon-type move to beat her. Or if you wanted to get the super effective bonus. Because Ice is weak against Water... At least I think it is. Unless that changed for Gen 4. So Ice doesn't really do it. Pokemon generation push the limits of the console. Check out Black or White. Duly noted. Jay's holding something. Nah. Hentai seems happy to have found something. Water resists ice, so it's neutral. No, but I'm talking about on the attack, right? So what type of attack can you use that is super effective against Kingdra? The only answer, I believe, is Dragon, right? Because Electric is weak against Dragon. Grass is weak against Dragon. And then Ice is weak against Water. So yeah, it has to be Dragon. Luckily, we have a Steelix that knows Dragon Breath, which is useful to an extent. Except for that Water, which Kingdra is part of, can do a massive amount of damage against Steelix. So yeah, this is not going to be an easy fight. Thankfully, I'm thinking between Machamp and... If we use... What I'm going to do is probably Toxic Spikes chain Hentai. And then, like, I think Hentai is going to be our solution for Blackthorn, right? Because all the water moves Kingdra can use is not going to do much against Hentai. If we just use Toxic Spikes and Barrier, I think we can just wait it out. So I think my plan is going to be to, yeah. Well, okay, so now Steelix's special defense is garbage, but I've been feeding it nothing but zinc since we started, and as a result, it's getting a little bit better. It's notably higher than special attack now. Oh, something in my eye. But yeah, there's as for future rent places, right now I'm deciding, I've got a couple options whenever my rent is over with in here at the end of June. I could stay here, but that's expensive. And there's no reason for me to. I could move to Salt Lakes, which is substantially cheaper and close to town. Or I could move out, it would be in Makakilo, which is even cheaper, very pretty area, and it's further away from town. Get on my way with your parents, not allowed to keep riding nasty things our city. That would be nice, but your level... Stay in the gym, stay out of the way. That'd be nice, but your level, what is it? Level 10 freaking, you know, Clefairy isn't going to do shit. Your level 14 Clefairy or whatever. Really? You haven't even barricaded the building? This is a radio tower. Fine. All right, so who do we want to start absolutely demolishing? These are going to be mostly poison types. Actually, hold up. This is a long time overdue. This is going to make ENB very happy, if nothing else. It's time to get, it's long overdue. We need to give Hentai Ice Beam. Oh, we need more coins. No. We're gonna have to play more Voltorb Flip to get Thunderbolt, and I'm totally okay with that. Unless Dragonite learns an electric type move, but I don't think it does. Okay, you're getting a little bit too excited about this. But yes. Now for our Elite Four battle, since we're gonna need to use Waterfall, we're not gonna teach that to Hentai. We're gonna get the Red Gyarados for that. Bro, what the fuck? Tauros can learn Ice Beam? What? How does that make sense? Can someone explain? Can someone? I'm not gonna teach it to Tauros, but can someone please explain to me how Tauros can learn Ice Beam? Actually, Hail would be really annoying to teach, because you could use Toxic Spikes in Hail and just barrier if you were Tentacruel Trollacruel. I love Tauros just as much as Dodger does, because for God's sake, my channel name is Bull Muscle. But like, there is no realistic... I don't understand that. There is no real way. Like, Tauros using Surf is already somewhat ridiculous because it's a bull. Bulls don't really swim. Tauros learning Ice Beam is even more silly. I'd rather do Toxic. Well, we've got Toxic Spikes. Although when we do get TM06, which I think is still Toxic in this game, we'll probably upgrade Toxic Spikes to Toxic. Because it only takes one move to do that instead of two. Although if you're facing parties of 6, which you will in the Elite Four, Toxic Spikes will be really useful. I'd rather do Toxic Stalling. Anyway, we're going to teach Hentai Ice Beam, because it's special. So, teaching this to Tauros, again, it's like teaching Surf to Tauros. You can do it, but it's not a good idea. You can learn Ice Beam, but it can't learn Poison. I know, right? I'm just saying, if I were a Pokemon, a Tauros that knows Poison Gas, probably a pretty good contender. I still think my spirit Pokemon, it's got to be either Machoke or Tauros. It's one of those two. I guess we're getting rid of Acid here? Yeah. What else does Hentai learn, though? I'm not thinking there's anything it learns. We could replace Toxic Spikes Toxic Spikes with Sludge Bomb, which would also be a pretty effective way to do some serious... That would turn this less into a... Yeah, but Sludge Bomb doesn't... this isn't super high attack, so Sludge Bomb wouldn't be a great idea. I think Toxic Stalling is better. Or is anything else interesting by level? I didn't think it did either. Oh, shoots. Didn't mean to do that. Well, I don't know who called us on the phone, but... Alright, buddy. Time to go use Ice Beam. Sludge Bomb is special. Oh! Interesting. Actually, we might teach Dumont Sludge Bomb. That might come in handy. Instead of Poison Powder... Oh, it's got weak special attack. That won't work. We'll figure that out. Although, no wonder Dumont isn't really hitting very hard right now. Doesn't have great special attack. Doesn't really great have regular. Dumont is a decent all-rounder. I think those numbers are kind of mid, but it's because it hasn't... We're not evolving it right now. I think we're going to wait to evolve Dumont at like level 40. Warrior Tower, maybe not. Storytellers, no one can visit the tower now. Are you sure about that? We are gonna let Islero do some bullying here, because these are mostly poison types, so Zen Headbutt is gonna go burr. Sort of surveying the area. Alright, get ready to do some damage. Who are you? We have some business going on. Told them I don't want to pass the Team Rocket. Do you understand? You're only allowed to come through about a cool black uniform Team Rocket. Oh, what? I can't use my giant ball to just fucking yeet you up the stairs? I guess we actually have to get creative about how we infiltrate this game. That'll be fun. Infiltrate! Storm the gates! If you get that reference, I'm proud of you. Tenacious D is hilarious. Means we gotta go into the underground. Get off your bike in the tunnel. Sludge Bomb is stab on hentai too. Team Rocket never stops bothering people. Yeah. Sounds like it. Are you a newcomer too? I had to recruit numbers in a new radio tower mission. We ran out of uniforms. Studio, so I decided to borrow one. Watch change as well. Pretty good. Shouldn't try to scare people walking around looking like that, okay? I wonder what... Okay, I want to see what Toro says. Seems to want to play with me, even though I'm in a fucking Team Rocket uniform. That's okay. That's a neat change from Gen 2 to Gen 4. You get to wear a Rocket uniform. Oh god, this means when you face your rival, you're gonna be wearing a... Oh no. It knows it's you. Can we ditch this? It's not even an item too, so... Pretty good in the Team Rocket uniform. Go on ahead. Yep, called it. Team Rocket, stop really trolling people, you cowards. Are you Bull? What are you doing here? No, you think you're strong now? You look like them? You're not a newcomer? Then battle with me. Alright, we got a chain battle here. This will be fun. Oh, level 24 Eradicate. So fucking scary. Strength will... A stab strength will knock this fucker out. Easy peasy. Now, I'm okay with... Yeah, we'll switch, because we're going to have lots of other things. Actually, I'm going to chuck Hentai in just because I want to see what the Ice Beam animation looks like in this game. Also, because we're close to a level, apparently. Well, that didn't last very long. Sucker Punch. That's not going to do much. Kind of a weak animation. That did not do near as much damage as I thought it would. Alright, let's just use Surf. I guess the stab bonus helps. I'm surprised. I figured a Ice Beam would have been a one-hit KO there. With a level 6 advantage, 95 power, and decent special attack. I guess we need to give Hentai some calcium. 64, that's not bad. You're strong. Sure am, buddy. You're too powerful. You spoil our plan, I have to inform the others. You were trying to be sneaky. Typical idea of the meek. No matter, I'll let you handle this. I have to defeat the Dragon Tamer. What's his name, Lance? It'll be your turn. Be ready for it. What do you think your spirit Pokemon is? I mean, the way you talk about it, it's gotta be Tentacruel, right? I mean, it wasn't even your joke. It was Bench's joke, since that's what you told me, and yet, you're the one who makes the most amount of jokes about it. Like, kinda has to be. Ha ha ha, how boring is far too is. They keep me amused. Alright. Let's start racking up some body. We're just gonna rack up the body count here. Arbok, yep. It's gonna be easy. Yeah, Islero's gonna put in a lot of work here. All these poison types, and if Islero gets tired, we're just gonna put Rocky in and just dig, 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 dig. I have to be honest, I'm slightly offended. Spirit Pokemon might be Alakazam. That's possible. Use strength here. I have to be honest, I was slightly offended when y'all chose the Mosquito Pokemon from like Gen 7 or whatever. I get why you did it, because he's jacked, but like, my hatred of mosquitoes is well documented. Won't forget it. Good. Sure. Do a spring. No, I know you didn't do that, but you get what I mean. I don't know. All right, EMB, let me ask you then. I would say Alakazam, I could see it. I could see it with you. You're fairly intellectually minded. Bro, level 21. Come on. This is sad. Alright, time to play Squish the Rat. It's like Tom Wilson hitting Brad Marchand right here. Just for flavor at this point. Fuck it, Dumond, I guess. Like, see, we could Toxic Spike this, but like, they're level 21 Rattatas. Why? Tom Wilson is a pest. Spirit. Actually, I could see Heracross bug fighting. I only was making the Tom Wilson joke because bull in a china shop. Alright, well actually I'm gonna ask you then. What do you think my spirit Pokemon is? I'm thinking a little bit more about Alakazam. That fits. I definitely think I could see Psychic type for you in general. It's not so much Drowsy or Hypno. Do you think Alakazam is it though? Maybe it's still Kadabra. You know, you've still yet to truly blossom into your final form. No. There are other really good I'm trying to think of what the other good psychic types from Gen 1 and Gen 2 are. Apart from the Abra line, there really aren't that many. You've got Jinx, Golduck. Actually, I don't even think Golduck is... I don't think Golduck is... Is Golduck Psychic? I think it's just water, but it can learn Psychic moves. Kadabra could sweep everything. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, okay, in Gen 1, Psychic was genuinely broken. That's the only reason the Dark type even exists. Frankly, I could make the argument for the Dark type never existing and just, you know, them fixing Ghost type in Gen 2. Yeah, any pure Well, I think the only pure psychic type in Gen 1 was the Abra line. Oh, Abra and then Drowsy. Yeah. Oh, it's from Mom. For you, you slide while shopping. Out of your money. Be useful. Got it. Cool. Let's call Element, see what he says. Well, something strange on the radio. Something happening in Goldenrod. Yes. See what anything says here. Oh, Mr. Mime. Actually, I could see you. Although I don't think you don't tend to mimic people, so I wouldn't call you. Yeah, Mr. Mime doesn't really fit. Ralts and Gardevoir in that Gen 3 Psychic type line doesn't really fit you either. We just do whatever we like. Yeah, that. So you're self-centered, not evil. Got it. Let's toss a Citrus Berry to Hentai. 24 points. Okay, that's not bad. Oh, this is always funny. The password, help, of course. Beating on this mean Team Rocket. Well, that's what I'm working on it. Today's password, help, of course. That's always just funny to me. Okay, these are still well watered. Or can we do a double battle? No, that's not fun. Ah, speaking of mosquitoes, there's one floating around in here. Damn it. Need to kill that fucker. Like, bro, what are you doing with a level 26 Zubat? Evolve into my final form. I would probably guess financial independence, right? Or some other major lifetime goal for you. So I'd say, like, right now, if my spirit Pokemon is Machop, I'm just hitting Machamp levels. If it's Tauros, well, Tauros doesn't evolve, so, you know, Tauros just kind of is Tauros. Zubat. Oh, this is no fun. Hentai, get in there and use Ice Beam. Actually, what we need to do is, in Ice Cave, we'll get the Never Melt Ice. The Never Melt Ice should buff Ice Beam a little bit. So I would say, to me, it's like evolving into your final form. You shouldn't do that until like it's life levels, you know. If you know, I'm level 29 right now, basically, to put it another way. That's kind of how I always viewed it. Because, like, you know, most baby Pokemon are usually levels 0 to about 12, right? Or 1 to 12. Just like most kids are age 1 to 12, right? So it would make sense. And then, you know, you usually hit your first evolution in the teens. See, Hentai currently holds the Mystic Water, and Surf already does shit tons of damage with Stab. So both of these are 95 power, but Ice Beam does way less damage because it doesn't have Stab. I'd rather have a stronger Ice Beam, and because Surf with Stab is already pretty strong. So it currently holds Mystic Water. We don't have Never Melt Ice yet, so it doesn't really matter, but... This man making a comeback here. Alright, I want your advice on that. I would say, yeah, honestly, the more I think about it, Kadabra fits. I would put you as Kadabra. If you're 20, 22, 23 right now, I think can Hentai take on Claire or Lance though? Not alone, but that's the whole point of the Toxic stalling. If we use Toxic Spikes, that's gonna knock down Seadra, then we can just use Barrier a bunch of times. So if you're 23, I would say, yeah, Kadabra. Right now, Kadabra. In a few more years, as you get towards financial independence and you continue striving towards whatever goals you want, that's where I see Alakazam come in. I would say Kadabra. Also, speaking of other Pokemon I love, I do like Muck. See, I'm sure there are better fitting Psychic types in like Gen 4, 5, 6, but I don't really know any of those. I guess there's Solrock and Lunatone from Gen 3. Those are the twins, I forget, from Ruby Sapphire. Yeah, see, I feel like most people in their 20s are not their fully evolved form. And usually, a good analogy here is the people that peak in their teens and 20s often kind of have shitty lives the rest of their lives, and they're a bit like bug Pokemon. Yeah, Beedrill at level 12 sounds awesome. A Beedrill at level 30 kind of sounds shitty. Interesting. Ooh, Mud Bomb. I don't know what that is. Equivalent to Ruby Sapphire Emerald from your day. That's fair. Yeah, Kadabra seems like it fits. Don't get cute. Bro, you just got wiped by one of my Pokemon. Uh-huh. Okay, keep telling yourself that there, buddy. I do like that you can run in buildings in this game. That was a very much needed improvement. Of course, you couldn't run at all in Gen 2, so... this is going to be a scientist. He's going to have electric types, so... We're going to give Islero a break. It's Rocky time. Terrell Team Rock. Oh, that's not who I thought it was. Oh, it's this guy. Who are you? Yeah. I knew there was one of these guys who was a nerd. Magnemite. Get ready to... This is such an unfair matchup. Time to do some property damage. I just like... So far, it feels like we have done... Like, think about how many millions of dollars worth of property damage this Steelix has done. Hey, what's up, Dodge? Good to see you. Yeah, we're using Islero, but I knew this guy was gonna have a bunch of electric types, so we're giving Islero just a little break. Speaking of other spirit Pokemon, I could see Steelix being one of mine. The radio tower is shut. That's not appropriate. Actually, in this game, in this town, the gym is shut. That's never appropriate. The gyms must remain open. Fuck you, 2020. That is highly not appropriate. We're gonna do property damage until everything reopens. Become ungovernable. Is your favorite area in Johto the Miltank farm? Took you too lightly. Well, I mean, you didn't do a single lick of damage. Strong signal as I need from here. All right, Islero, hope you enjoyed your break. Time to keep beating up on all these poison types. Viridian Gym being shut was definitely not appropriate, yes. All right, crush away. It's not gonna work, but you can do it. For the Johto game's first game was Emerald. You actually, deadass, should probably go back and play Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Dodge. I feel like that'd be fun, too. Oh, Coughing Nose Levitate, so we can't use ground types. Whoops, we have Zen Headbutt. Whee! Bro, Zen Headbutt, a friggin' physical psychic type move is so fucking broken. Bro, Tauros is just gonna, like, Tauros is gonna single-handedly wipe this entire tower, basically. Yeah, Dodger, because Ian B and I are both playing through Gen 4. If you'd like, we can get the emulator on your computer, and if you'd like to, that'd be fun. Rattata, okay, Ian B, Islero, take a break. We're gonna give... Give Hentai a little bit of fun. I do. I'll put it this way: if my spirit Pokemon is Tauros, then well, okay, that one's kind of solved. We don't have to worry about the evolution question. If my spirit Pokemon is the Machop line, I would say I'm at Machoke, just about to evolve into Machamp. Hell, put the champ in Machamp. If I win Mr. Super National, there you go. That puts me as Machamp. Zubat, nah, again for flavor. Chuck an Ice Beam at him. Yeah, Dodge, you should come play Heart Gold Soul Silver with us. That would be a lot of fun, actually. So we could do trades and stuff like that. 3 exclamation points. Bro, I feel my duties would be doc pay for this. Maybe you should evolve your level 26 Zubat. Like, Jesus, what are you doing, bro? Zero is standing guard. Feels great ordering Pokemon to commit crimes. Oh yeah, no, we're getting our PP up later in this game. Most likely it will be Ice Beam for one of them. Finally, something strong. Let's see what Zen Headbutt does against this. No, I will probably use it for Ice Beam. Maybe Synthesis for Meganium. Assurance. Interesting. Use payback. Probably... If we're going to teach Tauros Hyper Beam, we'll probably give that PP up. Tauros has decent attack. Although we've got strength. We probably won't teach it Hyper Beam. Because that's special as well. Probably maybe Double Edge or something. I don't know. Damn it. I forgot to answer the phone. Lugia's Aeroblast. That might be worth doing. Locked himself in. Director can open it. And the director's an imposter. Sorry about the spoiler alert there, people. The director is sus. Oh, yeah, Giga Impact. We might do that. See, we need a Pokemon that knows Strength, though, to go face Red, if I recall correctly. So, while yes, we could teach it Giga Impact, for practical reasons, we probably should keep it using Strength. Plus, if my Spirit Pokemon is Tauros, Strength has to be one of the moves it knows. Golbat, yeah, I'm feeling a little bored. Let's throw Rocky in there. Just for funsies. Yeah, right now we are wiping. This is the level curve. The level curve could stand to be improved in this game. Now, these are all Rocket Grunts, so they shouldn't be too much higher than the mid to upper 20s. But once you start facing executives, they should be, you know, at least in the 30s. I think they might be. Rocky's moveset right now kind of sucks, but once we get to 44, it learns Iron Tail, and Iron Tail is like a steel equivalent to Thunder, and I believe it's physical, and 140 defense. This Pokemon is basically the 85 Bears here. Trash stats, except for defense, which is off the charts good. Well, we'll give Rocky the rest of this battle. Just do Headbutt for funsies. Didn't you get that from Jasmine? Sure, but why use it until... Like, we don't need it yet. And we're going to get Steelix to level... I think it's 44 that it learns it. Somewhere in the low 40s. We're going to get Steelix into the 40s anyway before we go and face the Elite Four. So, who cares? You might as well... I might as well save that for some other application. Eventually, we'll probably teach it Earthquake. I think we get that from somewhere, or we could get it from. I think it's the. I know you can buy Earthquake somewhere in this game. We'll find it. Dig is good enough. Oh, we want Rocky for this battle. Actually, it's probably going to be electric types. Probably Magnemites, too. You know what? Do we go Muscle or Rocky? No, we go Rocky. We have a fucking Steelix. We might as well use it. One thing I love about Gen 4 is you can walk along with your Pokemon, unless it's a Steelix and you're inside a building, because that fucker isn't fitting. I think it's time to do some property damage, boys. Oh, a Porygon. I forgot about Porygon's an interesting... You know what, actually? You are a computer nerd, ENB, and you're an old computer... You like old computers. Porygon might actually be your spirit Pokemon. Completely forgot about Porygon. Porygon's a cool-ass Pokemon, too. It's also, kind of a fun it's also kind of a fun if you know about the anime episode with Porygon converted to steel type. Oh, electric type. That's even better. Oh, Porygon, you're such a cool Pokemon. What you did there is you walked right into a brick wall. You just made that hurt that much more. Yeah, no, actually, no. Your spirit Pokemon is Porygon, ENB. You should try and get... Bro, if I can get a Porygon, I'll trade it to you in this game. I forgot about Porygon. It's such a cool, like, late 90s idea for a Pokemon. And then in the 2000s, they made Porygon 2, which was the Windows XP of Porygons. Alright, no. That's what I'm saying, though. But you can... Right, what if I get a Porygon... Because you have to trade Porygon for it to evolve. So I could trade it to you, and then you can have a Porygon 2 in your party. But, okay, Porygon is garbage. In the same way that 90s computers are garbage. But they're still kind of fun, aren't they? Is the Windows ME. Nah, I wouldn't even go that far. Because Porygon came out in Gen 1. So it's from the design is from no sooner than 1996, which means it's the Windows 95 or the Windows NT. Okay, Hentai is our lowest Pokemon, so we're gonna let Hentai have some fun here. Holding something. All right, we'll take it. Peculiar spoon. I don't have any spoons at my desk, but 90s computers aren't necessarily garbage. You got high-end home designs or business-grade PCs, same as today. And I'm sure if you gave it the right TMs, Porygon wouldn't be that bad. Plus, Porygon looks... I'm sorry, man. I'm convinced about this. You like old computers. Porygon is like the most 90s-tastic design possible. Honestly, Porygon's almost like an 80s-tastic design. Porygon 2 is more 90s and 2000s. But alright, I can see it. You're either Porygon or Porygon 2. There's my answer. I'm busy impersonating that. Who are you? It's you again, Bull. Just pretending to be the director and influence the entire region sport Team Rocket. This time we'll hold back. Let's see it then, brah. Oh, fun! You have 6 Pokemon. A coughing. Really? I was gonna be like, oh, cool, we can do a toxic spike chain. No, there's no fucking point. It's just coughing. This is gonna be poison. Toxic spikes is not gonna be helpful here. That's not appropriate. Just use Surf. No, I think Porygon. There's my answer. You might not like that answer, but I think that's my answer. Porygon. What type is Porygon? Normal or Psychic type? Switch Pokemon. Yeah, Islero, you're gonna handle this. Porygon is... I genuinely completely forgot that Pokemon existed. I forgot how cool Porygon was. Here we go. Finally, we got a decent level stats. It's only a normal type. Where do you get Porygon in this game? I have to find that out. Maybe it's the Celadon game quarter. That's probably it. You got to get it in Kanto. Because Porygon 2 is actually pretty solid. I missed. Ooh, that's going to do some damage. Yikes. Alright. Islero, knock out the Weezing, and then we're going to belt the rest of these fuckers with Rocky. That should do it. Ooh, didn't knock him out. Celadon game corner. Ooh! Alright, well played. Alright, Islero, that's gonna be alright. Your sacrifice is not in vain. Porygon Z? I don't understand why. That's some Elon Musk type shit. Bro, just call it Porygon 3. That's what everybody was expecting you to do. Another coughing. Nah, we'll let Hentai handle a couple of these. I was so excited about using a toxic spike chain here, but what's the point? It's just poison types. Okay, so we got a few things to work on with Islero here. But Zen Headbutt was still pretty effective for most everything. Alright, I got about half an hour and then I'll have to roll out to Kapolei. I need to take a shower as well because I lifted. Nice. 100 HP for Hentai. Very, very even stat gain. Surprisingly even. I'm okay with that. Alright. Nah, we're just gonna surf these fuckers. Porygon Z is a space special attack at 135. That's pretty good. That's pretty solid. Is Porygon 2 or Porygon Z a different type? I feel like those should be psychic types. Or at least like electric, maybe? Because like it's a computer Pokemon. Fucker, I keep seeing that mosquito go by. What, am I losing? You only just figured that out? You've knocked out one Pokemon to the 5 I've knocked out. As it turns out, having 5 coughings and a wheezing was not a winning strategy. Usable, I'll tell you where he is. Real directing the underground warehouse, front of the Golden Rotunda. Nice guy, give the base key to the underground warehouse. Here with gratitude. Oh yeah, you're a nice guy. We're about to beat the fuck out of you. I could have just had Hentai freeze you with Ice Beam. You know. Hentai is walking along cautiously. No, I'm thinking. All right, I would say Porygon 2 for you then. Oh, there's something up there. I forgot to check that. I have to suffer through this. Meowth, help me. His music. Music loves do such horrible things in a place like the radio tower. Unfortunately, P. Diddy exists, so we know that's not true. So cool. Who are you? You're the way Proton, you're not gonna worry about that. Cool. Extra XP. We totally missed this one. That's fine. Hentai, easy practice for you. Attack does nothing, Surf will win. Yeah, alright, there's my answer. Porygon 2. Because you tend to work on older computers, but maybe not quite 90s computers. That tracks, because your big hobby is older computers and PCs and shit. I could make the argument for Kadabra, because you also do competitive Pokemon, and I don't think I've ever seen I don't know much about competitive Pokemon, but I don't think I've ever seen any of the Porygon line get used for that. No, with Oddish we can just use Ice Beam. I paid a lot of fucking coins for this move. We're gonna be using it. Yeah, I'm going with Porygon 2. Oh, you study it. Okay. Yeah, my vote for your spirit Pokemon is Porygon 2. That's my final answer. I think you get financial independence, you go Porygon Z. The reason why Porygon isn't OU. Proton are all I need. Who cares about Pokemon? Okay, so you're in it for love. Got it. Wait a minute. Can we use Dig to get out of here? Let's do some property damage. Aww. What do you mean I can't do more property damage? We've already dig like 5 different holes in this building. What's a 6 gonna do? Actually, did we miss something on the 3rd floor? We gotta clear the room of all our rockets. Oh no, we already got that guy. We get it before Kanto. Alright, well if I make more progress on the game than you do, I will trade you a Porygon. If we can figure out how to do that, because I'm gonna name, when I do, I am going to go to the Celadon Game Corner and I am going to get a Porygon. I'm going to name it ENB. I have decided, like, I'm going to name it ENB 2002. I've decided that is what I want to do. Nice. Alright, nothing I need to do. We can carry on. Oh, is someone playing a DS? Link battles, battle records, yeah. If there's a way I can trade you a Porygon, I will do it. Because, again, I do think there's an item... I think Porygon to Porygon 2 requires an item trade. I could be wrong about that, but I don't think I am. Alright, let's go to the underground. Zoro's gazing restlessly at the building. Attaboy. Glad we healed you up. Back in the fight we go. Oh, it's Kimono Girl. Black Suit's been running around, wondering what was going on. You took on Team Rocket. You're impressive. You face the legendary Poke. Never mind. I must go now. The Kimono Girls got reworked in this game, and I'm not sure I like it. Required to purchase it. That's fine. I can do that. I've already done it for Ice Beam. I don't mind doing. I'm gonna have to do it again for Thunderbolt unless Dragonite learns something else. Maybe I'll teach Dragonite Thunder. Oh, God. I forgot about these locks. If they're as annoying as they were in Gen 2, this is going to take a minute. What the fuck are you doing with a level 27 Rattata? Evolve that shit! Game! Why? Poor K! What? Does it hold an Everstone? Want to see the whole story. I think you're cool. I mean, a little bit. Ice in your veins, call it Team Rocket. How much money do we have now? We need to get the amulet coin. Where the fuck do we get that? Oh well. We got plenty for calcium. We're to keep loading up Steelix with calcium. Here we go. Hold it. Told you before it's a CV. Let me tell you. And leave me to Lance. You never showed up. No matter. I was planning to beat you up to Lance. You're here. Repay my debts. Bitchin'. Let's do it. An item to evolve it. Oh, see, I thought you had to trade it with an item the way you would trade Steelix. Golbat? Okay, finally. A decent battle. Now, who's got the faster speed here? Golbat or Tauros? Let's see what Zen Headbutt does for us. Oh, it missed! Okay, that's minor annoyance. We can use a Person Berry. So I'm not gonna sit here and fight with fucking confusion. That's just annoying. Won't miss a second time. Oh, trading it while holding it in an item. Okay, well then in that case, I'll trade you a Porygon 2 and you can have a Porygon Z. Really gonna do this Confuse Ray dance again, huh? Okay. I don't know why you don't think I'm just gonna continue using... I have so many Person Berries, dude. You keep using Confuse Ray all you'd like. It's not gonna do shit. Nice. Good avoidance there. Slug this fucker. Nice. Attaboy is Laro. Got a good battle on our hands. Quilava. Yes. And you know what? I'm going to use Steelix here. This seems like a type disadvantage. I just want to do property damage at this point. You're not letting me fucking ride my bike underground. You're not letting me game, like, you're pissing me off with these fucking level curves. It's time to do property damage. Ooh, okay, smokescreen that may make Dig miss. But we get to do trolling now. Underground we go. Oh, Flame Wheel missed because Rocky is in a giant hole. Bro, I wonder, this is the question. If that were a Typhlosion, would that have been a one-hit KO? That's the best part. Just wait until Rocky learns Earthquake. And yes, we will be teaching it Earthquake. Eventually. Dig is too much fun right now. Sneasel, that's Dark type, isn't it? Lucky that thing didn't have Lava Plume. I'll use Smokescreen first. Remember, here's the other fun part about Rocky. Rocky has Sturdy, so you can't one-hit KO it. So, okay, fine, it'll get down to 1 HP, and then it'll use Earthquake or Dig and delete your sorry ass. Yeah, I don't know why it used Smokescreen. I was expecting it to take damage from at least Flame Wheel. But I don't think Flame Wheel would have knocked Steelix out. At least, I hope not. I've been feeding that thing enough calcium. No, let's keep battling. Bro, it's not even a Magnetine? This is, okay, I have the same game. This is a problem I have here with you two. Question, alright, Jasmine not having leveled up, evolved Magnemites is bad enough. Question mark, question mark, question mark. At this point in the game is only about the pursuit of power. Why wouldn't he have evolved this? Rocky commits Steelix Jihad. Especially given that Steelix has a very low speed. Putting Steelix up against a fire type is a ballsy move, but it can be done. To be fair, I actually kind of think that's broken. I think fire should not be effective against ground, or should be ineffective anyway. Oh, come on! Bro, this is too easy. Why so serious? No way! No way, they gave him Why So Serious as a fucking guideline? This was released in 2010, right after Heath Ledger ate it. Okay, that's hilarious. That's really funny. That's so fucking good. Why so serious? Oh, I forgot ghosts can do damage against fighting in this game. That's fine. Payback will do even more. Kaboom! And a crit, too. Big Red, were you ever into Pokemon or nah? Why? Why do I lose? What? You haven't assembled a tough... You didn't even evolve your Magnemite! Bro! It's not fucking rocket science. You had a 6th slot open! Little Lance guy said, treat him properly, love, trust. Are they really what I lack? They're keeping me from winning. Don't understand. It's not going to end here, not now. Not because of this. Won't give him my dream to the best Pokemon trainer. Good for you. I just... Do you know how I got these scars? Yeah, we'll do that. We're kind of busy right now, Mom. Alright, we'll give Muscle a fresh water. I just... That one game, come on. Come on. But alright, E and B, actually, I want to ask you that. My spirit Pokemon, what do you think? Tauros, or I guess it'd be my Choke right now. I missed out, I gotcha. Open one door, another closes. See, the annoying thing there is there's a trainer. You have to open it in a series to get to that trainer. And I actually want to get to that trainer because that's easy XP. It's a fire breather, so that'll give Hentai XP. We want that. So we're still only in the mid-30s. I think we're under-leveled right now. Especially by the time we get to Blackthorn. I want to have everybody at least 40. Or, well, the 5 anyway. Batgirl, I'd like to have Batgirl evolved. Coughing. Keep battling. I forget which one has higher special defense. Wheezing or Muck. I think one of them has higher physical defense, one of them has higher special defense. I would hope it's Muck, just because... Coughing has Levitate, which is kind of broken, because that nerfs one of the only 2 type disadvantages it has. Fucking Rattata, really? But it's like, this should be Eradicate. This kind of bothers me about the game. Like, bro, it's... What is with these level 25 Zubats and Rattatas? Like that, no. Those should be Golbats and Raticates at this stage. That's when I will criticize the level design here. Sunk by indecision. You don't know how to surf as a point away from Tauros. It's true. I know how to bodyboard though, and I can body surf. Neither can learn poison gas and say my choke. That's fair. Plus, I like the idea of when I finally become financially independent and hopefully win Super National, become a championship, or become a champ, that would make me a Machamp. I don't know why. That's satisfying to me, you know? I like them both very much, so... Okay, so the gate's right there. 6, so we can fight all the... Okay, they've reworked it so that we can fight all the trainers first. That's actually really nice. I will eventually probably learn how to surf while I'm here. Fork over your goods. Okay. Oh, nice. It's a looter. Who has the exact same Pokemon as all the Rockets. Okay, so Zen Headbutt must not have 100 accuracy. It's been missing more than it should be. Must be like 90 or something. Nice, that's 33 for Islero. So Tauros is good speed. That's sort of the thing. Tauros has strong physical stats and strong speed, but not particularly, like, they're strong, but they're not super high. None of them are super high like Steelix's defense. So it's kind of, it's not quite an all-around attacker, or it's not quite like a, it's not a glass cannon. Steelix isn't or Tauros isn't a glass cannon, because its defense is good. Its special defense isn't great, but yeah, what are you gonna do? Alright, Magmar, it would be unfair not to give Hentai this one. Oh, perfect, another level. It's just a physical wall. Yeah. Well, I mean, effectively, Tentacruel is a special wall. Honestly, it kind of feels like Tentacruel and Tauros are very similar. It's just one's got, in terms of stats, one's physical, one's special. Because Tauros right now, at level 33, is upper 70s attack, 88 speed, and very low specials. So this is 89 special defense, only 68 attacks, so a little bit more defensively oriented, and slightly better physicals than Tauros' specials, but slightly lower speed. So pretty similar. The Tentacruel and Tauros are. Interesting. Steal and sell, that's basic in Crime Kid. Got it. Smoke ball. Interesting. I don't think that's useful for us. Another burglar. Project before they finished. Leftover loot. Interesting. Growlithe. I forgot about Growlithe. Ooh, okay. Double Intimidate. Now, eventually, once Tauros gets tired enough, we'll just use Rest, and then no need to go back to the Poké Center. Fear isn't really... It's not really going to help you very much. Okay, so I got about 15 minutes. We gotta fucking speedrun these fuckers. Alright, we gotta not mess around too much here. Coughing... no, we'll keep battling. We should be able to clear the rockets, and then once we do, that'll be the end of this stream. But ENB... Alright, so ENB says Machoke for a Spirit Pokemon. Wait, Zen Headbutt can cause flinching? How is only now the time we found out about that? Also, why can't you use Zen Headbutt against trees? Strong, yeah. And also, why is it... You're an unsuccessful looter if all you've got to give me is 384. What do you want to go there for? There's nothing there, down there. Found by the doors. Secrets you can beat me. Great. Let's do it. In middle school and high school during the Pokemon craze. I remember I was in elementary school during the first big Pokemon craze in the late 90s, early 2000s. Then it kind of died off in the mid 2000s. It was kind of like cringe to play Pokemon. And then it came back with a fucking vengeance in the early 2010s. Kaboom! Man, Islero is just fucking eating these poison types, man. I think Weezing must have the higher special defense because... Oh. Because Zen Headbutt is physical, and I feel like we're able to knock out Muck easier than we're able to knock out Coughing. Certainly easier than we're able to knock out Weezing. So if we can one-hit KO Muck, and we can only barely one-hit KO Coughing, that would lead me to believe Muck has higher special defense, and then Weezing has higher regular defense. Gen 3 is a Black Sheep of franchise. I agree. Look at the color of the door switch, push color switch, same color door opens up. So we need to open... Alright. We just need to open red then green. Next battle we'll have... Wait, so red will close. You just need to open green. Oh, I see. So it changes on the blue. Ah, fuck it. We'll just do it at random. We'll figure it out. Ah, it worked! That was easy. We just use rest at the end of this. Don't have a scared look. Give you something scared about. Gen 4 and Gen 5 were amazing for their time. I gotta be honest, so far, I like this remake more than I like Fire Red Leaf Green. I thought Fire Red Leaf Green was somewhat underwhelming. The Sevi Islands were cool, I guess, but it's just like... After Gen 2, it just felt like such a letdown. I think... I don't know, maybe that's just my opinion. You know what they say, opinions are like assholes. Honestly, we just use the fresh water. Fuck, we don't even need... No, we might need to use ether pretty soon here. Or we could just, you know, let another Pokemon take the reins instead of just relying on Islero to rack up a body count. Although it has worked extremely well so far. How could you, fucking watch me? Or you like get lost, see if I care. Nice. Did I need to press that button? No. Is it gonna matter? Ooh, these leveled up a stage. We like that. Keep them watered. We'll throw... We'll keep... I'm just gonna mass train Islero because we're gonna have other... Like, Ice Path should be very easy to get Dumond and a few others up. Right now, this is perfect training for Islero. Oh, now we're in the warehouse, yeah. Get your PP up. Now, I'm not going to use PP up on Zen Headbutt. That's a little bit silly. I'll show him where some enemies, not brats. Alright. Come at me, bro. I am really excited to go ride the rail today. That'll be fun. Strength should knock him out, especially since the level delta is now 10. This is good. If nothing else, we'll get Islero to 35. We've got Rocky to 35. We've got Muscle to 35. Golbat. Switch up here, just for funsies. Hentai, get in there and use an Ice Beam. Yeah, I'm definitely giving Hentai the Never Melt Ice, though. Ice Beam is not strong enough. I'm going to start feeding Hentai Calcium. We need more money. Like, I really want to get the Amulet Coin. I wanted to get that before this, but I don't know where to get it, so... Oh well. Because that would allow us way more money for way more drugs. And I think I might have accidentally demonetized myself with that. You know what I meant. I lost between me, Giovanni. Yeah, wow. Have you considered not being a criminal? Oh, nice. Max Ether. Remember you got me go to our hideout? You're about to get whipped again, boy. Sit your ass down. Zen Headbutt, go burr. Yeah, so alright, this will get us into the mid-30s. Alright, redemption time. Time to beat the fucking wheezing here, Islero. You didn't do it last time. This should be... Okay, it's like, this bothers me. Why were there coughings at level 25 and 26 in the radio tower, and then why is there a level 23 wheezing here? Sloppy. Come on, that should at least be mid to upper 20s at this point. So that's how you did it. Speaking of wheezing, probably need to go by the daycare. That'll be next time. That was a blast. Good for you there, buddy. I do like that they give the grunts different motivations. Dispose of you. They give the grunts different motivations in this game. Like, some it's for love, like you heard the dialogue about Proton. Some it's because they're uneducated, you know, that... Like, see, okay, here you go. The last guy had a 23 wheezing, this guy has a 25 coughing. Why? I will criticize the level curve in this game. That could have been... And what bothers me, for level 2, for Gen 2, I can forgive it a little bit more, because they were still figuring that thing out. For the remakes, there's no excuse for that. There's no reason this guy should have level 25 coughings and the previous grunt should also have a 23 wheezing. Doesn't make sense. Just wait until you see Kanto. Yeah, I'm excited for Kanto. I think that's gonna make this game shine a lot. And again, I'll forgive Gen 2 for atrophied Kanto because they just did not have the physical capability for an 8-bit game to have any more data. At least improved it for Kanto. Good. Turn to Giovanni, whatever it takes. Sleep. Oh, I forgot about sleep talk. Okay, so this is a very fun idea. Instead of payback, we could teach Tauros sleep talk and just have rest. Sleep talk, sleep talk, sleep talk. You came to rescue me. Thank you to the radio tower, team Rocket. Take this card key. Thank you very much. You only got 10 minutes. So telling them to do a control transmitter. Control Pokemon uses a special signal. Save the radio tower, all the Pokemon nationwide. Cool. We gotta roll. I only got 10 minutes left before I gotta fucking head out to Kapolei. I guess I don't need to do it in just 10 minutes because it's a short bike ride. Hey, look at that! Nice! Give. Now we gave it the Twisted Spoon, but you know what I would like more than that is a whole lot of money. I like a whole lot of money. Yeah, now that song's stuck in your head. Word around town, I'm the MVP. Hey, what's up, Macho? Another reason that maybe Macho should be in my, Another reason that Macho should be my spirit Pokemon is because I like moving things. Like, if friends ask me to move, like, I'm happy about it. I'm like, just feed me and I will do it for you because I enjoy it. I enjoy lifting heavy objects. It makes me feel good about myself, and that's very much a Macho trait. Of course, you can say the same thing about Tauros, since Tauros knowing strength is very natural. And I don't, in favor of Tauros, you could argue I'm more normal type than fighting type, because while I do a lot of lifting, I don't actually do any combat sports. Though, I'm suspecting that may change, especially once I'm FI. I probably didn't need to heal my Pokemon here, but whatever. Alright, I'm going to take a quick leak ski, and then we're going to carry on. Let's charge, Tauros. I know there was... Do you remember Pokemon Mystery Dungeon? Actually, can you use the PC while the rockets have taken over the place? Oh, you can. That's cool. Alright. Did me have something to do with this? Yes, sure fucking did. Use that headbutt. While I set it up to do that, I'm gonna take a pee. Oh, no, we're gonna use strength. Come on. I gotta piss. Although, and I will say, you know, I'm gonna pee first. Oh, I needed that so bad. Part of it is actually on the back burner of my list. Yeah, because what you can do is you get to pick a Pokemon. Like I remember this because my little brother had this game called coughing. No, we'll keep battling. And you did a little quiz, and then that set what kind of Pokemon you were going to be. And every time I did it, I would get Machop. So that would suggest, although I don't think Tauros was an option, so. I have a temper. I think my temper definitely fits Tauros a bit more, because I usually am pretty calm, but if you piss me off, oh my god. Get out of the way until I've broken something. On the Machop side, though, while I don't know any current martial arts, I used to do wrestling, and throws, like judo is, if I was going to pick up a combat sport, it'd be judo, because I like throwing. Takedown. Alright. Takedown does recoil damage, though. Strength is almost as strong, and it's more accurate. No, we're not learning this. Yeah, we'll give up on takedown. Bleak moment. Sure is. Hey, we got more money that time. Underground, how could you have? Because they all have fucking level 23 coughings. Proton, wait 1 second. Are you the one who got aware of the Slowpoke wall? You're doing all this because you want to make me angry. Be careful, you even wish it. Full extent of Team Rocket Executive's wrath. Let's do it then. Proton. Petrol and Proton. Seriously? A level 28 Good morning, Bull. How's work? It's Sunday. I haven't worked since... I actually took a day off on Friday, so I haven't worked since Thursday. I'll let you know on Monday. They actually still largely don't know. Another member within my little group work group is doing the DRP as well, and he'd been working at the shipyard for over 30 years, so I wanted to keep the announcement kind of on the hush-hush to let everybody celebrate his retirement because he'd been here a lot longer. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Bro, like, fuck, this bothers me. You're an executive and you're telling me you only have 2 Pokemon? What is this? Keep battling. Alright, Wheezing. Redemption shot here, Islero. You chased me this far? Damn fucking right I would. Zen Headbutt time. How much damage is that gonna do? Okay, we're gonna need to do Sludge. If it's poisoned, we're using Rest. Islero went to sleep. Flaffy swept Proton in the Slowpoke wall. Now, typically I'd use a Chesto Berry. I'd give Islero a Chesto Berry, but I think instead we're going to have some more fun, and we're going to let Hentai have some fun. I'm used to giving 2 weeks notice. Well, okay, so my boss knows, and my boss's boss knows, but I told them, like, hey, you know, our other guy's been here a lot longer. This week's kind of to celebrate him. Keep this on the down low. And they said, that's very courteous of you. Thank you. But that's just a basic common courtesy. So they know. It's just I'm trying to be very selective with how much I advertise it. Plus, I want to make sure I don't get screwed over by any funky, stupid shit that Hexeth decides to pull. You may have won this time. All you did was make Team Rocket's wrath grow. Now, Tauros is asleep, so it should say sleeping. So I was trying very hard to keep up with you. We're gonna use... Do we have an awakening in here we get rid of? Nope. Alright, Chesto Berry it is. We'll give you an Oran Berry too. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like it's not even about kindness. Well, it is about kindness. It's about having a sense of right and wrong. It's the right thing to do. Observation deck. Excellent. Ariana, hey you, remember from the hideout in Mahogany Town? This time it looks like you're really all alone. This should be quite easy. Let's bring it. Alright. See it, Ariana. Fuck, it's already 11. I'm gonna be late. That's alright. Alright, double intimidate, that's fine. Which you 1,000 miles of self-absorbs to see in other kinds of souls. Modeling is very much not like that. You know, there are some people who get a really high sense of, you know, they get all high maka maka, right? But you can control that. Staying humble is important. Bro, it flinched. Let's go. Bro, is Laro freaking carrying right now? Strong like bull, baby. Vile Plume. I think we carry on because it's part poison. How much damage? Okay, that's not going to do a ton. Sweet scent? Really? Sweet scent? Let's try strength instead. Same amount of power, but stab bonus. Alright. We'll use strength one more time here. All it's using is sweet scent. I don't understand this. But at least the level curve for this, for Ariana here is a little bit better. At least Ariana's got her Pokemon in the 30s. Murkrow. Hentai, it's your time to shine. Let's Ice Beam this fucker. No. By the way, Neem, I actually did submit... Hey, what do you think you're doing? I did submit an application to Caleb Hammer's show. I thought that was a good idea, so I did it. But I have to massively drop my weight, so many fashion modeling, different fitness modeling. They want me to be a skinny twig. Yeah, I'm a fashion model, and I run into that problem. Actually, I had a model who is internationally, like, he makes good freaking money doing modeling. He's like, yeah, if you really wanted to get into high fashion, you would need to drop some muscle. Fought hard, but I still lost. Yep. Another item. Thanks, Mom. I don't have time for this. A waste not to use your strength to do bad things. People like you will never in a million years understand your ability. Come to respect your strength. This is interesting. Next stop observation deck. This is new. I like this. You ready, buddy? No, not right now. Happy to have found something. Caleb's gonna love you. I gave him the full truth. Archer, you managed to get this far? You're in the danger zone! Radio Tower, announce a comeback. Should bring our boss Giovanni back from his solitary training. Regain our former glory. Not allow you to interfere in meticulous plans. I do like that they gave names to the executives in this. Houndour. Okay, so this is Darkfire. Not a great matchup here. I think Strength will carry us because Houndour is not that strong. We'll see if Caleb accepts my application, right? The difference is, right, the normal... What is Fire Fang? The normal content Caleb makes is to kind of rag on people who have fucked up financially, and I'm like the opposite of that. So, you know, if he wants a change of pace, we'll see. Nice, 36. Alright, Islero has been cleaning up. Bro, another coughing, let's go. Wait, hang on. Okay, this is another problem. Why is this not a wheezing? Game. Make it make sense. Why does the grunt in the fucking warehouse have a 23 wheezing and you have a 35 coughing? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's fine. Even if we miss. Oh, we didn't. Lovely. Hopefully it works, right? You know, it's gonna, if it happens, it's gonna be months from now. So I'd have to set up a time to fly all the way to Austin. Houndoom. Finally something. Switch Pokemon though. Hentai, your time to shine. Wipe this fucker out. If you have Amaranth and Greymon. Okay. Alright, well maybe. Maybe. But yeah, a Houndour and a coughing. Resurgence reaches Giovanni. A Houndour and a coughing. Again, this is the final boss of the radio tower. At least at least a level 38 Houndoom, that's appropriate. That's good. There should have been 2 Houndooms, you know? Also, speaking of badass Pokemon, Houndoom, it's like, what if a Great Dane, like it's like a demonic Great Dane. It's like an evil hound. How cool is that? Oh! That's impossible. Okay. Here's a trouble point. It's gonna use Feint Attack, and that's gonna knock Hentai out. If we... I think we're gonna spare Hentai and swap to Muscle here. Houndour, I think the Safari Zone, maybe? I know you can catch it in Mount Silver. I knew it. Yeah, Bite ain't gonna do shit. That was a crit, though. Ooh, Fire Fang. What's that gonna do? Oh, it flinched! Fucker. Okay. We're gonna use an item for this. Come on, we need protein here. Get some moo moo milk. I didn't realize Fire Fang could cause flinching. Gets in my head. I want to buy some of this limited time merch. Tiny voice my head's focus on responsibilities, and now the merch is gone forever. Kaboom! Knocked him out. Well done, Muscle. Well done, Hentai, as well. That was a team effort there. Forgive me, Giovanni. Woo! 6,000, which is why we got the amulet coin. I mean, you know, for a fraction of the cost, you could buy a consultation from me. I'm just saying. And that'll be a whole lot more valuable. Dreams come to naught. After the task, disband Team Rocket here today. Farewell. Oh yeah, and then we have the idiot in Kanto that like steals a part from the power plant because he didn't realize that the rockets got defeated. Take this. Silver Wing! Yes, I know what that's for. Tower right here. Replace the radio tower. Found at the top of the tower. Siamwood, you go to the Cable World Islands, you have Silver Wing. Nice. Almost forgot. According to my friend Siamwood, not appear if you just go down the Cable World Islands with only that Silver Wing. Something else you need or something like that. Wonder what it was. Can't remember. JJ, good to see you. Welcome on in. We're almost done here. Expecting something? This is what they call fake out. Really must go back to the office this time. Ha. Cool. Looking outside and frolicking. Sick. Alright, we're going to save the game here. Because I really do need to go. But yeah, Neem, if you're looking for something more useful than merch, just saying my advice is a lot cheaper these days. For now. As the bigger the YouTube channel grows, eventually my prices will go up for consultations. Take advantage while they're still low. Better still, grow the channel. You can get it, and then you do that, you get a free consultation. Double saving because safety margins. But that's going to be it for me today. Y'all, it's going to be the last stream for a while unless I get a consultation between now and Wednesday, because Thursday I'm flying to Washington State to be in Fashion Week at Tacoma. So hope y'all enjoyed. As always, making decisions. Those good decisions form your actions. Those actions form your habits. Those habits form your values. Those values form an ethos. Do the guides start through the rough waters of life. Much love. Come in for the hug. Shoots. Using Caleb's methods, I could probably help you with that too. Anyway, if y'all want consultation advice, any of that jazz, ask